Hello guys, and welcome in today's lesson. This is your learning teacher, the Unza graduate teacher. In today's lesson, guys, we're looking at the question which came in the mathematics last year exam, which was question B, a question of a sector. The question was saying, in the following diagram, the AOB of a circle has radius r, and the angle AOB is equals to 63 degrees. Given that the area of the sector AOB is 66.55 centimeters squared, calculate the radius given that pi is equal to 22/7. This question was a 2 marks question. So for you to solve this question, you must first understand the formula of the area of the sector. I say area of the sector is equal to, theta over 360 multiplied by pi times r squared, which is radius. So now in this question, you have been given that the area is 65 or 66.55. You have already been given the area. Now you are told to find, they were given already the area, and they were told to find the radius. So when you are given such a question, all you need to do is to put where there's area, you put where there's a here, you put the value of the area here. You see, on the formula here, you put the value of the area. Then here where there's theta, you put this angle which is inside. Then where there's pi, you put 22/7. So you say the question was saying area was 66.55. Then you say equals theta, which is 63/360 multiplied by pi, which is 22/7, then multiplied by radius squared, r squared. So now, according to this number, for you to find this answer so simple, you have to convert it in a whole number, where you remove it into decimal places. How you remove this number into decimal, from decimal places to a whole number? You say 66 has got two decimal places. That means you are going to multiply, you're going to make it into a fraction over 1, then you multiply by 100 on top and down on top. So if it had the one decimal place, you could have multiplied on top by 1 also, or by 10, and also down by 10. Now because it has got two decimal places, so it's 100. So you say, when you say 66.55, it will be now 66.55 like this. Then 1 times 100, it will be over 100. So that means you have to remove it into decimal places. You say now 66 like this over 100 equals 63/360 multiplied by pi, which is 22/7 times r squared. So now you can start now cancelling. You know the number that can enter in 63 and 7 without leaving a remainder, it is 7. 7 into 7 is 1. 7 into 63 is 9. It's 9. Then 360, there's still a number which can enter in 360 and 22 without leaving a remainder, is 2. So 2 into 22 is 11. 2 into 360, it will give you 180. Like this. So now, even here, the number which can enter in this number and this number without leaving a remainder is 5. 5 into this one, it will give you 1, 3, 3, 1. Then 5 into this one to give you 20. So it will be just the equation will be like this now: 1, 3, 3, 1 over 20 equals to 9 over 180 multiplied by 11 over 1 multiplied by radius squared. So again here, what you need to understand is that there is a number that can enter in this one and this one without leaving a remainder. It is 3. 3 into 9, it will give you 3. 3 into this one, it will give you 60. So here it will be 3 over 60. Again, you are going to say 3 into 3, it will give you 1. 3 into 60, it will give you 20. It will give you 20. So the equation will be 1 over 20, the way it is. Then it will be like this: 1, 3, 3 over 20 equals 1 over 20 multiplied by 11 over 1 r multiplied by radius squared. So now what you need to do, you need to say, the way it is like this, you say 133 over 20. So you say over 20, then you say 1 times 11 times r squared, it will give you, we're going to say equals 11 r squared over 20 times this one, it will give you, it's going to give you 20. So where have you reached now, right now? You have reached at the point now where you need to cross multiply. So now when you cross multiply like this, that means it will be like this. It will be 11, 20 times 11, so it will be 20 multiplied by 11. It will be 20 multiplied by 11 squared equals, you say 1331 multiplied by 20. So what you need to understand, if you want, you can multiply this one and you multiply this one. But since we know that this side there is 20 and this side is 20, you can just say divide both sides by 20. By 20 by 20. So that means 11 will remain alone. 11 squared will remain alone. And we know that this side there is 1331. When you divide, you say 11, 20 into 20, it will be just 1. So 1331, it will times 1, it will give you 1331. Which is, this side is supposed to be 11 r squared. Supposed to be 11 r squared. So you divide both sides by 11, divide both sides by 11. It will give you r squared is equals to 121. So when you reach at this point, r can never have a square power. R has to be alone. So you square both sides this side. R will remain alone. Then you have to find out the square root of 121. R is equals to 11, which is 11 centimeter. So this side, this radius is equals to 11 centimeter. Thank you guys for watching my video. Why should you continue to struggle with such questions? Why should you continue to struggle with mathematics when the other graduate teachers here? Follow my channel on TikTok, and if you're watching me on YouTube, follow my YouTube channel for more mathematics lessons.